going on, people? Welcome to Football Carnage, and we got a match preview for you guys, and we're going to be looking at some La Liga action, because on Saturday, we got Real Madrid going against Espanyol at the Bernabeu. And on paper, this is a game that Madrid should just be running over this team. Espanyol are newly promoted to the league. Last time we saw them in La Liga, they finished 19th. There's no excuse for why Real Madrid shouldn't go out there on Saturday and bust their ass. But guess what? The form that we've been on, I can't even talk with chest right now because I don't know what to expect on Saturday. Last time we played Espanyol a few seasons ago, I think we won, like 3 or 4-1? And I'm expecting more of that this Saturday. But honestly, how can I sit here and predict that with the form that we've been on? We've been shocking this season. I'm talking about disastrous. It's been horrendous to watch Real Madrid. We're getting cooked damn near every single game. Since the first preseason game of this season, we have not looked good. We have yet to put in a dominant performance. And I don't know what the problem is. And it's actually pissing me off because even though, yes, we've lost Toni Kroos in midfield, right? And now we've also had a big addition in Mbappe. So we still have to adjust with these changes. But we still have a good enough team where we should be looking a lot better than what we have been. And Espanyol, let's be honest, they're shit. Newly promoted. They got a bunch of NPCs in their squad. Nobody that anybody cares about. I'm going to be real with you. But how can I go out there and predict us to slap them up and dominate when we couldn't do that against Mallorca? When we couldn't do that against Las Palmas? When we should have been getting points taken off of us by Real Sociedad? The only positive to this season so far is that we have not lost a game. And I don't know how we've managed to not lose a game. I told you guys, we are the luckiest team ever. God himself must be a Real Madrid fan. That is the only way to explain how we've been scumbagging wins and scumbagging draws. Sociedad hit the post 3 times against us. We should have been down 3-0 that game. We didn't even look like we were going to score until we got that penalty. Champions League against Stuttgart. Stuttgart! They were cooking us at the Bernabeu. The Champions League is our competition. And that first half, we were getting sauteed. They were violating us. So, yeah, I'm not feeling that confident on Saturday. If it wasn't for Courtois, we would have lost games this season. This guy has argued, him and I'd say Valverde are the only players that can hold their head up and say that every game they've put in a shift. Everybody else, y'all looking real suspect in the light. Our performances have not been good enough. And I think this should be the game where things start to turn around. This should be the game where things start to click. This should be the game that all of the Madrid fans can pinpoint as the match where we turn it around. That's when we kicked on. I don't want to see Espanyol dominate in the first half. I don't want to see us give away so many opportunities and let them have all these big chances because we haven't played anybody good yet. Every team that we've played so far this season is a mid to bottom half club. Right? None of these teams are going to be a legit threat. And we can't dominate any of them? We got to play Atletico Madrid in about a week? A little over a week until we play them? The first real test of the season is that game. And they always give us a hard time, even when we're on good form. So imagine how they'll play against us with the form that we're on right now. These performances have to pick up as soon as possible. And I'm looking at this game Saturday against Espanyol as the day that everything turns around. We got to do a complete 180. We can't keep giving these teams so many opportunities. How many times can Courtois bail us out? We got to start games fast. I don't know what it is. Like, are the players eating a big breakfast, a big meal before the game? Somebody explain why we start slow every single match. Telling you, man, you'll see aliens take over planet Earth before you see Madrid play well from kickoff. We're second half FC. And we've been getting real lucky with these results. We're lucky that we've not lost a game yet this season. But it's not sustainable. It's not. Our performances are papering over the cracks. And I'm seeing a lot of Madrid fans tell me, oh, you're being negative. We're winning. Who cares? Okay, you guys will see. If we don't pick up our performances, we are going to get battered by Atleti. If we give them all those chances that all these shit teams been getting against us, with Julian Alvarez, Antoine Griezmann, don't forget, they signed Alexander Sorloth as well. Last time we played against Sorloth, he scored 4 goals on us. So yeah, we need to use this Espanyol game as an example of how things will turn around. Now, I talked about the struggles, and I think it's 3 things that make us not play as well as we should be, right? 1, we had a lot of injuries. Just like the start of last season, we had players who missed a lot of game time, right? You got Brahim Diaz, who picked up an injury. Camavinga has yet to play this season. Dani Ceballos, injured. David Alaba, I don't even know when this guy is coming back. He tore his ACL last season. This guy's still not been able to train with the first team. Jude was injured after that Mallorca game, right? Tchouaméni was dealing with the injury. Now, obviously, Jude and Tchouaméni, they're back, right? They started against Stuttgart, so we don't have to worry about them right now. But we have been missing some key players early on, which I do think plays a role in why we've looked so shit. But regardless of the injuries, we've still had a good enough team to where we should look a lot better than what we have been. On top of the injuries, I think our midfield, we are badly missing Toni Kroos. There's no balance there. There's none. We need to find a way to be able to hold the ball, because what a lot of people think is our best midfield, which is Tchouaméni, Fede Valverde, and Jude, all of them are better off the ball. We have nobody in that midfield that can control the ball, that can pick out really good passes on a consistent basis, right? We don't have a deep line playmaker. Toni Kroos was that. And we got to find ways to adjust. If that's going back to a diamond, if that's maybe dropping one of them to start Arda Güler, then that's what you got to do. But we got to figure that out, because it's no coincidence that we're getting overrun in midfield. None of these guys are that good on the ball. We just got to be real. They're all engines. They're all workhorses. And I think that the board let us down this past summer. That Mbappe signing was fantastic, right? We were all happy about it. We were all excited. But that paper over the cracks. We needed to go out there and sign a young center back because we were thin in that department. We didn't do that. We let Manchester United get Lenny Yoro. And I didn't even mind it, because I thought, okay, well, we didn't get Yoro, but we'll get somebody else. How do you not match Manchester United's bid if you're not gonna, like, if that was the only defensive target that you had? Why did you not match Manchester United's bid? I didn't think we weren't gonna sign anybody. I think that the board have also failed us in the midfield department. Toni Kroos has left. How do you not bring in somebody that has a similar skill set to him? Deep line playmaker. How do you not go get somebody that can do that role? We're feeling the effects of not having a midfielder that can do that. And we have nobody in the squad that can do that. I know people are talking about Camavinga, but Camavinga is not a deep line playmaker. What makes Camavinga special, right, is how good he is defensively and his ball carrying, right? Camavinga, he glides with the ball. He can take it the whole length of the pitch. But that's not what we need. Now, I do want Camavinga to come back, and I do want to experiment with him in the starting 11, especially if our form does not pick up, because it's been shocking so far. But our office, the front office, right, our management, it's hard to really criticize them because they do so much right. But this summer, they've dropped the ball. We were in a similar situation last season with all these injuries, and we did nothing to make sure that we're more prepared this season, which really pisses me off. And then, aside from the injuries and the midfield being an issue, I think Mbappe so far this season has been somewhat of an issue. This guy can't find the back of the net. His shooting form has been awful. He's been bad since PSG played Barcelona in the Champions League last season. He can't score for Madrid. He can't score for France. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if that's Kylian Mbappe or Ethan Mbappe, because I'm starting to believe that PSG cloned him and they sent us a much shit version of the player that they had. I think Mbappe is chained up underneath France right now. I think that he's in them Paris catacombs. PSG got him chained up somewhere. Because this is not the Mbappe that I thought we were going to be getting. And everybody talks about, well, he can't play as a striker. Bro, he's been getting scoring opportunities from the left, centrally. It doesn't matter where he's getting the chances from. He's not able to score them. This guy's shooting looks awful. Every time he takes a shot, it's either right at the goalkeeper or it's wide. What the hell's happened to him? Is Mbappe washed at 25? How? I know that he might still have to adjust, and that takes time. But brother, when you're getting in these good positions, you got to finish. Even when he does step overs, it looks bad. I don't know what's going on with Mbappe at the moment. But for me, the front three is not really a problem. They've been gelling really well. You see Rodrigo cooking on the right wing. You see Vinny doing his thing on the left. You see Mbappe getting himself in all these scoring opportunities. But his shooting boots are missing. That is a problem for me. And if I'm being real, I think Endrick deserves to start. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But Mbappe shouldn't just be starting week in, week out with him putting in these mid performances. Now, I do kind of want to focus on the ops, right? We got to focus on the opponents that we're going to be going against, right? And when I'm looking at Espanyol, currently they're sitting 12th, right? They're not on bad form, but they're not on good form either, right? I think for a team like them that have just recently been promoted, sitting 12th right now is not bad. I'm going to be real. They've lost 2 games, they've drew 1 game, and they won 2 games. So it's been pretty even across the board. But we got to go out there and make a statement, bro. We have to. Madrid at the moment are sitting 3rd. But to be honest, us and Atleti, right, we're tied for 2nd. We both have the same goal difference, right? Madrid, 3 wins, 2 draws. Still trying to play catch up to Barcelona, who have been cooking, right? Barcelona have been on fire this season. Hansi Flick has these guys playing like prime Bayern Munich. I'm watching them dominate teams. I'm watching them slap up everybody that they play, while I'm watching us struggle against bottom half clubs. We got to pick up 3 points. And I don't want to just pick up 3 points, right? I want to pick up 3 points and a dominant performance. That's what I need to see. And when I'm looking at Espanyol, none of the players here make me nervous. Like, their most valuable player is the guy that they have on loan from Tottenham, a team that don't even know what a trophy is. Would any of you guys take any of these players that Espanyol have at Real Madrid? I don't think so. We need to go out there and dominate them. I don't even know who their danger man is. I don't know who they have that can cause us problems, because I don't believe anybody that they have should be doing anything to us that makes us or makes me concerned. This has to be the game, chat, that things turn around. As I said, we're playing Atleti in a little over a week. That's the game. That is the first real test of the season. Mallorca, Valladolid, Las Palmas, Real Betis, Real Sociedad, Stuttgart. Name me a good performance that we've had. We do grow into games, but the first half, it's so bad that we're just lucky to still be in the game by the time the second half kicks off. And I'm telling you, once we go against better teams, with the form that we're on, it's not going to be good. Honestly, we're going to struggle. We're going to get battered. And if things don't pick up, you see the form that Barca are on, we're not going to win La Liga. We're not going to win the Champions League. Imagine if how we played against Stuttgart. Imagine we give those opportunities and those big chances to Liverpool with Mo Salah. Imagine we give those big chances to Atletico. Imagine we played Barcelona on the form that we're on right now. Carlo, you got to fix up. A lot of people are talking about Carlo out. I'm not Carlo out. Not yet. I don't have a short memory. I think a lot of people, they kind of forget how dominant we were last season, right? We just won Champions League and La Liga and the Spanish Super Cup. And Carlo, this is technically your last year at Madrid, unless we extend you again. Bro, if you want to get extended, if you want to continue to manage us, we got to turn it around as soon as possible. Because how it looks at the moment is like a top 4 finish, and maybe we can win a Spanish Super Cup or possibly a Copa del Rey, which is not good enough. Now, I do want to get into, some starting 11 news, right? Now, there's a tweet. I'm going to pull it up right here. But it shows the expected lineup for Espanyol, right? And I'm going to make my own 11, right? I'm going to make the 11 that I want to see out there against Espanyol. But I did just want to talk about this real quick and get in the comment section, right? Let me know what you guys think about this starting 11. So 4-3-3 again, right? So, and this is Relevo, right? They're an outlet that a lot of people usually go to for news. So, they may have some insider news with the club, and this could possibly be the team that we see out there. Anyways, 4-3-3, right? Courtois in goal, Danny Carvajal at right back, center back pairing of Rudiger and Militao, Ferland Mendy at left back. I don't have any issues with this, right? Now, you're going to start to see some changes just in the midfield, really, right? They're saying Arda Güler will start as that left CM. They're saying Modric will be in the middle, and then they're saying Valverde will be right CM. And then the front three will be Rodrigo on the right, Mbappe down the middle, Vinicius on the left. What do you guys think about this 11? Let me know. I don't particularly like it too much. I'm going to be real with you. I want to see a little bit more changes, right? And we'll talk about that in a second. But I did find this pretty interesting because I can see us starting in this formation with these players, right? I can definitely see Jude and Tchouaméni being rested, especially Jude, who played against Stuttgart for the first time in over a month because he's been out since the Mallorca game. And I don't think that you want to necessarily risk him picking up another injury. So it makes sense to me. But there was another report that said Endrick will get his first start for Real Madrid either against Espanyol on Saturday or Alaves on Tuesday. Now, I need to know what you guys think about this. Me personally, I'm starting Endrick right now. I think Endrick deserves to start on Saturday against Espanyol. Don't wait for the game against Alaves. Start him right now. This guy is instant impact. You saw that goal that he scored against Stuttgart? This guy got a... Yo, the way that he backs himself is crazy because to take that shot from that far out on a counterattack when you got Mbappe on your left and Vinny on your right, and the smart thing to do is to lay it off to one of them. That shows you the confidence that this guy has. And I'm tired of seeing Carlo go out there and give him these make-a-wish kid minutes, right? Carlo always subbing on Endrick in the 88th minute. And that pisses me off because it's like, what can he do in that little of time? He needs to be out there getting more minutes, not getting subbed on and just playing whatever added time they give after the 90th minute. I think Endrick is knocking on that door. Endrick has looked a lot better this season in his very limited minutes than what Mbappe has. And with that being said, chat, let's just get straight into this starting 11. This is what I'm predicting. This is what I want to see out there, right? So we'll stick with the 4-2-3-1, right? Now, we'll go Courtois in goal, right? Carvajal. And the thing is, with us playing a newly promoted side, right, I would love to rotate. I would love to, rotate a majority of the players, right, just to give them a rest. But we can't necessarily do that because we've been on such bad form. Nobody really deserves to rest unless you're potentially battling an injury, right? Like, you got to be out there. Now, midfield, go Valverde. Left CM, to be honest, I would start Modric. Only because Jude, and the reason why Jude and Tchouaméni are not going to start for me, because of the injuries that they're dealing with, or the injuries that they've just came back from, right? They just started a high-intensity game. I'd rather bring both of them off from the bench in the second half. In the 10, I'm going Arda Güler. Arda Güler needs to start this game. Every time he gets on the pitch, I'm impressed with him. He looks good every single time. Arda Güler deserves to start. Left wing, going Vinicius. Right wing, going Rodrigo. I also believe that Arda is our best 10. For me, he's the best player that we have in the squad that can play that role. And I think Arda Güler is a world-class / generational level player. The same way that you guys talk about Lamine Yamal is the same way that you guys got to be talking about Arda Güler. You saw him cook in the Euros, and every time he's given an opportunity, he looks really good. And up front, I'm dropping Mbappe, and I'll start Endrick. Oh my gosh, bro. They don't have Endrick in the database here. What is going on with Lineup Builder? Is this not updated? How do you not have Endrick? All right, let me try Bobby Charlton. All right. Well, he's not there either. All right. Yeah, Lineup Builder. Y'all got to do better. How do you not have this updated? Like, did your dev team just forget about this or what? But I would start Endrick up front. He deserves to start. He's the best striker that we have. Again, Mbappe, I'll give him some credit. He's been making some good runs. He's been putting himself in good situations. But if you're not able to put the ball into the back of the net, what does it matter? Mbappe's conversion rate has to be damn near negative. He's struggling at the moment. I don't care what the ratings tell you, right? If you're somebody that only judges people off of SofaScore and off of these other websites that show you ratings, then whatever. But that's not how I judge things. Thank God I have my own two eyes to where I can make judgments. But I'd start Endrick up front. That's the 11 that I would go with against Espanyol. And that 11 is good enough for us to go out there and put in a dominant performance. But I want to know what you guys think. Get in the comment section, right? Let me know. Who do you want to see start? Who do you think is going to make the biggest impact? Whatever you're thinking, let me know in the comment section, right? Make sure you guys smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Turn on those post notifications so you guys don't miss anytime I drop a new video or go live. And get those score predictions in the chat as well. We need to pick up 3 points. We must. Big up to your damn selves. I'm out.